So, should artists invest their time in learning how to master their song, give it the final touches, make it sound like a professional record, or is their time spent well elsewhere? Well, watch this video to find out what I think, or my kind of I've kind of given it pros and cons to see, so you can make your own mind up. The pros: one, it's cheaper if you learn how to do it. More money to spend on things to promote your songs, more budget left over, more you can release more songs quickly, etc. It also gives you a greater understanding of the science behind music, which then can help you make better music in general and help you work with other artists, producers, engineers in a more fluent and fluid sort of way. You can also make an income from it, which then can be used to invest back into your own music. So it's kind of like you can use that as a side hustle to work on your main hustle, which would be your music career. Even if you weren't to master your own songs because you didn't think you were at that level, you could use the money that other people pay you to master their songs to then pay someone else to master yours, or use it from promo, use it for running an event or a show that you want to perform at, or you've got the money, you can use it, decide what you want to spend it on. So here are some of the cons I've came up with. The main one is it will take time away from honing in on your craft of songmaking. So you've got a trade-off, because obviously your time that you'll be learning and spending on mastering, you won't be able to learn how to make a hit song, or you won't be able to, the time you use won't be able to be used for making your songs. However, like I said before, it will give you a greater understanding of music in general. So maybe your time when you are making your songs, the quality will be better. It may take you a long time before you can achieve the same results as professionals, and it could take you a long time to see the benefits. However, that is all dependent on how many times you do it and how hard you work it, and how interested you are at getting good at it, because you're not going to get good at it if you're not interested in doing it. But it is definitely a valuable skill to learn. Could cause a burnout and a loss of motivation. So the way I pictured it was, if you're doing mastering, say 5, 6, 7, 8 hours a day, you're not going to have time. And then you want to make songs as well as that. All of that music in one day could cause you to burn out, and burning out is only going to cause a loss of motivation. However, each time you burn out, your capacity to be able to work increases. So for example, it's like muscle building. When you burn out, it's basically like your muscle tearing. Take a couple of days off, a day off, whatever, then you can work for a bit longer. It's like when I first started making music, I could only do it for like 2 hours, 4 hours max at a time. But now if I wanted to, I could make music 8 hours a day, 10 hours a day. And that's just from me burning out so many times, to the point where my mental fatigue doesn't fatigue as quickly, if that makes sense. But yeah, in conclusion, if you don't have the money to afford an engineer to do it, then it is definitely a valuable skill to learn. Plus, if you learn to do it by yourself, or learn how to do it yourself, by the time you have the money, you'll be able to know who can master your songs the best, who does the best job, and who to spend your money with. So therefore, your money will be well spent elsewhere. So, and you'll be able to see things like, so say if someone costs like 200 quid for a master and someone costs 500, but the 200 quid's better, you're going to see that he's better because you'll know he's better, and you're not going to get caught up in the fact that someone else charges more, so you perceive them as better even though they might not be better. If you have a background in mixing, say like you mix your own vocals, or you're a producer as well as an artist, so you know how to mix beats a little, then it wouldn't be too hard for you to learn. Because mastering, although it is a science and definitely a skill, it's not the longest skill to get hold of. Once you change your ears to hear certain frequencies and things, you can pick it up quite quickly. Now, I'm not exactly the world's best mastering engineer or anything, but just from my background knowledge of production and mixing and stuff like that, and recording people's vocals, I've been able to pick it up a lot quicker. So therefore, you'd receive the benefits of the knowledge sooner. So that will kind of cancel out the may take a long time before you can achieve the same results as professionals. But it's very situational if you decide to do it or not. But I still, even if you don't decide to do it full time or not full time, don't decide to get really good at it, to understand it is definitely something very valuable. As a counter argument to all the points I made in the conclusion, if you have not got any experience and you have the money, it could be a waste of your time and distract you from the main skills you need as an artist. So whether that's working on your songwriting, your singing, your flow, your of a rapper or whatever, it may distract you and take away from time. But that is only if you have the experience and the money, which tend not to come hand in hand as an artist. But obviously it's all situational. So if you are interested in learning, I've partnered up with a company, The Beat Folder, which is basically a website which sells bulk beat packs. They sell guides on how to promote your music. The aim of the company is to give as much value to artists so they can help grow their career, like if they're on a budget or they want to just understand more about the music industry, the making process of music. Because I know a lot of artists that all they do is put vocals down, but because they don't have a deeper knowledge of music, it actually limits their ability and the quality of their songs. So yeah, from that, I diverted a little. There's the free beginners mixing guide to basically teach you the basics of mixing a song. Mainly it's based around vocals, but you can take and apply the knowledge elsewhere. So it teaches you how to level, EQ, techniques of leveling and EQing, compression, what all of it does, the science behind it, and yeah. Plus you get 10 free beats with that. They're track beats, 10 free track beats. Yeah, I just think it's really valuable. I think they're doing a good job of giving back to the artist, because it can be hard as an upcoming artist. And soon they will be coming out with a mastering guide and a how to grow your career, etc. kind of guide. Like that will include like how to release and promote songs, how to build a fan base, etc., etc. So yeah, if that's something you're interested in, definitely stay tuned with what they're doing. But yeah.